I was waxing my nipples this morning when I realised it actually really hurt, and that got me thinking. No Man's Sky has a serious problem, especially after the 4.0 update, and it's probably not for the reasons that you think. So let's get into today's video because we are going to go into much detail about what needs to be fixed, especially for the upcoming 5.0 update. But very quickly, I do have a quick message from today's sponsor.
Introducing Z-Game, your one-stop shop for all of your energy needs. It helps to keep me focused and at the top of my game without that nasty crash. So what you waiting for? Click on the link in the video description down below and get your power up today.
The Anomaly, the central hub for all travellers far and wide to come into one place, share their stories, start missions and explore the universe together. However, this is also a problem. What problem, you might be asking? Well, I'm glad you are asking that very question. The problem is this. The Anomaly is virtually empty. At the moment, I've managed to actually get a lobby with it only being half full. However, when I've done many cycles of different lobbies, it's not very good news. And just looking out, I mean, there's no ships incoming. And I remember literally 3 months ago, 4 months ago even, where there were ships coming and going constantly. You know, every single landing pad was full. It was just bursting with life and players and excitement. Where is it? Where is it all gone? So I'm going to go ahead and bring your attention over to this chart. Now this is Steam charts. This maps the entire performance of every single game that you can think of over on Steam. Now with No Man's Sky we can look at the metrics. Now over in the past year in No Man's Sky you'll see this decline from around about July onwards. It's been on a slant, it's been on such a decline, and then around about September, October time you get a little bit of a bump and then it just falls right back down again. Why is that? Now, looking at the dates on that Steam chart and looking back at previous update releases, they coincide perfectly. And that kind of gives you an idea to what seems to be going on. Now, in the 4.0 update, it absolutely divided the community. That's been no secret for No Man's Sky for a while. And it really reflects on the player basis. What's even more saddening is if we go over this 1 year basis here, you can see that we reached an all-time peak of 212,321. However, in today's No Man's Sky, we're reaching just 10,273 players. That is 202,000 players less on a year scale basis. That is massive. So does that mean that No Man's Sky is effectively a dead game and everyone should stop playing? To even think that, that is pure and utter heresy. And no, No Man's Sky is not a dead game. And here's why. Even with the numbers speaking, and it looks really bad, sure, but we have to remember that Hello Games have won award after award after award. There has been numerous amounts of space games come out into the space genre to try and compete with No Man's Sky, but not a single one of them has ever come close to the same aspect of what No Man's Sky has brought to the table. What I believe is happening here as well is something I like to call update blues, where the last few updates has been, well, less than spectacular, and it's really gotten a lot of players thinking about, well, they've done everything in the game already, and there's been really nothing new other than some visual implementations and some monthly kind of expeditions where, you know, you get them and then they're gone in a month, and then that's it. So what I believe, in order to bring the player base back and to restore the numbers for No Man's Sky, 5.0 will have to implement some very big changes to No Man's Sky. The biggest one, I believe, is the replayability factor. I'm not talking about designing a base 50,000 times over, discovering the same planet but with slightly different fauna. I'm talking about the replayability factor of adding new aspects to the game where more people can come in and join. Whether that be along the lines of factions, whether that be along the line of having like teams, societies, just something different, or in like a certain part of space. I've touched upon this many times on different videos before, but something like that would increase the replayability factor of No Man's Sky virtually infinitely. And I believe something like this would really need to come to the game in order to give players that wanting to come back to No Man's Sky and to keep the current players from going elsewhere to different games. Now, I don't want to speak for everybody, and I'm definitely not doing that, but what I am saying is, looking at the numbers, that is my own conclusion to what I am seeing. Let me know in the comment section down below if that is what you think as well. Why do you think the numbers are pretty much being brought down so low? What do you want to see come to No Man's Sky? Hopefully this message gets to the Hello Games team as every other message that I try and put out, to try and bring light to the current aspect of No Man's Sky, because I don't want to see this game go out in a blaze of glory, which, to be fair, it very much is a fantastic game, but I want to see it continue for another few more years to come and not burn out way before I feel it's due date. Anyway guys, that is everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.